Cheese! I guess you're wondering why I'm smiling. Well, first of all, this is Sheldon from ColourArte, and welcome to my channel, and welcome to Perspectives in Pouring. That smile is only because I had a very happy result of one of my pours that I'm going to demonstrate on this one. The first one was a scrape, but I came back and redeemed myself. I feel anyway. So this is about, again, we talk about perspectives and pouring. The whole idea behind it is that we want to give you a different viewpoint or perspective in not only in the world of fluid art, and we want to give you even some fresh perspectives on some of your more familiar techniques. Like this one today, I'm doing what most people call the simple flip cup, which in my mind is not that simple at all. So we're gonna get a fresh perspective as to why I feel that this flip cup is not as simple as most people think, and yet it's very beautiful once you're able to do it in a way that's going to please you. And you will have fails. You will have many fails. It takes a lot of understanding the whole process. So I'm gonna try to walk you through that. Even though I failed the first time, I guess while I'm talking through it, it kind of helped me. So I'm going to go over to the camera and show you this flip cup. But I'm excited. And then two, before me was Leslie Onstad from ColourArte, and she has a premiere herself, so make sure you tune into her. And if you already see me, you have not got a chance to tune into her, do a rewind and go back to see what she's creating too, because she's very creative and does some very interesting but yet very educational kinds of do-it-yourself artwork, which is very beautiful. And then following me is Britta Clayton from Britt Clayton Designs. And yes, she also has a milestone because she's now not as a helper, but she's been invited to be an instructor at the Fluid Art Experience. So we want to keep that fresh in our minds because she's a very wonderful artist. We want to give her the support as well. And she has another perspective in fluid art. So we're going to go over to the canvas and see how I did this. I still got paint on my fingers, but how I did this flip cup that I'm very happy with. Okay, there's my smile. My wife always wants me to smile, so I did it several times this time. Okay, so let's go over to the canvas. Hello everybody, this is Sheldon from ColourArte. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing a flip cup in this episode, or this portion of Perspectives in Pouring. And I wanted to really touch on this because I see a lot of times that people will simplify a flip cup. And sometimes I feel that it's one of the harder techniques to master. And mainly because once everything is layered in this cup, you don't know what's happening with the paint itself as the paint's coming down between the layers. Not only that, you have to consider the size of your canvas to make sure that you have enough paint on it so that your cells don't become wonky or distorted. Then, I say wonky because everybody says wonky, but I like to say distorted. You also have to consider when you torch and how you torch. Either you're going to go all over the place with it if you want a bunch of cells, or you can be deliberate and hoping that the areas that you torch has the right colors that you want them to be visible. And sometimes, honestly, you could actually put certain colors in there and hope that it'll show up, and they will not show up at all. And so some of your plans aren't always coming to fruition in a flip cup. And this is a flip cup that also has silicone too, but even the ones that don't have silicone, you still have to consider whatever cells you're going to get naturally or through metallics, and when you're torching, and how much paint you put on the canvas so that you don't over tilt. So that's very important. And how you layer the cup, because certain colors you don't want next to the next color so that they don't make mud when you flip. So there's a lot to go on when you do a flip cup. So it's not as simple or as easy as people say, oh, do it like a beginner. Start with a flip cup. Yeah, so let's do this flip cup today. So I'm working with, it's not going to be in order I layer them, but I'll just go to colors. So one of the colors here is, this is Amsterdam turquoise blue, but it has the pigment of primary elements, B mine, and that was to give it a shimmer when I decided to varnish it and resin it, because I think that even if you wash it, sometimes it gets pitted. But I feel that if you put like a varnish on it first to give it a clear coat and then resin it, I think it will create a barrier, so to speak, between after you clean the silicone off, of course. But if you do the best you can, I will still put varnish on it first before I actually resin it. So this is, again, turquoise blue with some of the sparkle in there. You might be able to see it here, but that's the B mine from ColourArte Primary Elements. This is Amsterdam Deep Gold, and that was also Amsterdam. Amsterdam paints, to me, is one of the paints that I will go to when doing a flip cup. This is greenish blue. I didn't put anything in that one. This is the permanent red violet, Amsterdam, with a little touch of the pink carnation prism pour. Not a lot. You don't want too many metallics if you're using silicone. It kind of goes against each other. So if you're using silicone and you have the ultra metallics with prism pour, sometimes it's not going to give you the cells that you're looking for because of the graininess of a metallic paint. So you need some of the Amsterdam with it. So you might do half and half, or whatever ratio you want to put in. But I wouldn't use all of the metallic colors. It's any metallic color. It should have a 2 paint with it. This is Amsterdam dioxazine purple, and a little bit of the Royal Galaxy, and then I also have violet blue primary elements in this as well. So it's got definitely a nice little amount of sparkle that goes through there too. So between what flips through here, the sparkles should definitely come through once I coat it. And of course I have some white. I put black in my last one, but you see how it turned gray and like slate color and all. It really made an ugly mess. So I'm leaving the black out. I'm just going to use some of the white just to brighten up some of the colors that I layer next to. So without further ado, let's layer the cup. So I want to have some of my darker colors, I think, to go on the bottom, and then work my way up to the top with some of the lighter colors, because I want the lighter colors to be down the bottom first when I flip it. Hopefully that makes sense. And that way I can have some contrast between the lighter cells popping up through some of the darker paint. So hopefully the way I layer this, it will serve its purpose. So I'm gonna start with the dioxazine purple, and then a little bit of the white to top it off, just like that, just a little bit. All right, so hopefully this works. Oh, got a little bit on the canvas, but it's okay. And I got paint all over my fingers. So let's give that a chance to come down. My medium, while I'm waiting, the medium is 2 parts PVA glue, 1 part Amsterdam pouring medium, 1 part water, and that's it. I also find that talking myself through the process kind of helps me a little bit too. Now, as to whether or not it's a way of success, I don't know. So let's do like a flip and drag, and I'll try to lip it to get some design in there. So let's pull it here and then kind of pull it back. So I want to keep this nice striping here. So let's pick up some areas that I want to torch and get some color, some contrast. Okay. So let's kind of lightly let's get some light heat on that area there. See, now I'm being more deliberate with my torching. Maybe I should hit that little spot there. I can. Okay, good. All right, so let me let those cells grow. It's looking better than the first one already. So you gotta give it a second for the cells to do some growing. But I didn't want to mess with this or a lot of this pink here. These stripes, I love those stripes. So I'm just kind of picking and choosing the areas in which I want to allow to grow. And then I'll just go from side to side a little bit. I don't want to mess with the composition too much. But the cells grow nice and round if you time your what do you call it? Your torching, because you don't over tilt. So let's kind of work it side to side to see if we can get some of these cells to grow. So let's go side to side, go a little bit this way, go a little bit this way, And it really helps the cells to grow because the lip I can pull some more off that side and then back. Try to go as even as you can without and then maybe back in front. Side to side. Alright, now I think composition wise, I like the way that looks. I don't have to have cells all over the place, but it makes a nice design. Let me turn you this way. And now I'm going to rinse my fingers off and get you down for a closer look. Okay everyone, this is the final wet result of the piece. Look at how round those cells stayed and how they were multicolored inside with those lines. That's why you need a nice crisp tube paint to work with when you're working with silicone. Nice striping there. A little bit of breakup in the striping just on that little one side. That's okay. A little bit of the gold and the hot pink popped up down there. You come over here, more of that hot pink, and that blue popped up, and then you see that gold. I like this little cell right here that's kind of like different. That gold and that magenta and that dioxazine purple with that little glisten in it. So yes, I'm very, very, very happy with this piece. You pull back so you can see the composition. So I want to thank you once again for joining us on Perspectives in Pouring. And once again, I say to you, happy pouring and have a great and wonderful Saturday. Bye-bye.